Follow me along the river Benori, along the banks towards the mountains, where there is a manor house at the foot of them. And there lives a man with his 2 daughters, Maria and Rose. Maria, she has beautiful blonde flaxen hair. It shines in the sun, and the most wonderful rosy cheeks. Her older sister, Rose, she has long, dark hair. She has an olive complexion, quite the opposite to her sister, but still a beauty in her own right. They spend many days together, and they are the best of friends, until the prince from the neighbouring city comes down the banks of the river Benori, and he sees the 2 sisters, and he falls in love with the younger. He falls in love with Maria. Now, Rose, she's not too happy about this, because really the older sister, she should be married first. But Maria, she is beautiful, she is kind, she is sweet, and the prince, he is in love. And the father, he will not do anything about this, because why would you not want your daughter to marry a prince who will be a king one day? And so soon the day is set for Maria's wedding. The sisters, they are beside the river Benori. They are washing Maria's wedding dress ready for the day. And Maria, sweet, innocent Maria, cannot stop talking about her love for the prince and what a wonderful life she is going to have and how amazing it's going to be in the palace. Rose, her jealousy over the days has festered. She can take no more. And so she pushes her sister into the river. She watches as she disappears down the river screaming, and she does nothing. And she lifts the fabric from the river and she takes it home to her father, tears running down her face, knowing what she's done. And she says, I could do nothing. Our sister Maria, she fell in the river and I could do nothing about it. I said, but let us not anger the prince. I shall marry him. And so it happens. The prince agrees to this because, as I said, Rose is a beauty in her own right. And the prince, he marries Rose. Day follows night, night follows day. The months roll on, the years roll on, and Rose is happy in her new life. She has children. She has a king. She soon forgets what she has done. Meanwhile, back on the banks of the Benori, the banks have grown over Maria's body, preserving her. And a travelling musician who is looking for work stops on the bank. And as he's eating his bread and drinking his small ale, he sees a white bone sticking out from the bank. And he sort of pushes the soil away a bit and pulls it out. And he looks at it. There's a rib bone. He thinks it must be a deer, something like that. And he looks at it and he thinks, it would make a good lyre. And look, here's some hair. Must be a horse's then, maybe. A horse's tail, and the horse tail. He uses the hair and the bone, and he puts them together to make a lyre. And he sits and he sees what sound it will make, and he plucks at the strings. And what comes from the lyre is nothing he's ever heard before. My sister pushed me in the stream, Benori, oh Benori, and no one heard my dying screams, Benori, oh Benori. Wow, that's some instrument, he thinks. I must show this to the king. And so he puts it in his pack and he heads off to the court and he thinks, I'm definitely going to get a job now, because this is music like no other. And he gets an audience with the king, reluctantly, but the king thinks this might be something worth listening to. And there sits the king and his queen, Rose. And he takes out the lyre and he starts to play. My sister pushed me in the stream, Benori, oh Benori, but no one heard my dying screams, Benori, oh Benori. Wow, says the king. Does it do anything else? Yes. And there she sits beside the king, Benori, oh Benori, and never did she pay for her sins, Benori, oh Benori. And that is it. The queen rose, she is undone. She remembers what she has done. The king now knows what happens to his beautiful Maria, whom he should have married. And, as is the only thing that can happen to somebody who has committed a crime like that, she is put to death. Her children are left motherless, the king is left queenless, and there is a sadness that lays over that land for many, many years. And who knows what other stories the River Benori may hold.